Think about all the people you call your friends, your close friends, the ones you share your secrets with, the ones you laugh with, the ones you trust. Now, honestly ask yourself, are all of them really your friends? Or are some of them just people who are around when things are good and disappear when things get hard? This is a topic almost everyone can relate to, because at some point in life, every single person discovers that not every friend is really a friend. And today, we are going to talk about exactly that in real, everyday English. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I'm so happy you are here with us today. I am Kate.
And I am Martin. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And if this is your first time here, a very big welcome to you. We are so glad you found us today.
This channel is made for English learners just like you. We speak in simple, natural, everyday English. We talk about real-life topics that actually matter, not just grammar exercises, real conversations about real experiences.
So please hit the subscribe button right now if you have not already, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new episode. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps other English learners find our channel.
And leave a comment below. Tell us where you are watching from today. We read every single message. Okay, today's topic is very personal, very human, and I know it will touch many of you. Let's begin. Let's practice our pronunciation. Repeat after me, speaking slowly and clearly. El clima de hoy es absolutely hermoso.
So, Kate, today we are talking about friendship, but not in a simple way. We are talking about something deeper. Not every friend is really your friend. Tell us more about what that means.
Yes, so today we are looking at the difference between real friends and people who just seem like friends. We are going to talk about how to recognize a true friend, how to notice the signs that someone is not really there for you, and how to have the confidence to talk about these things in English.
That's true, and for English learners, this topic is also a fantastic way to learn vocabulary about relationships, emotions, and trust, words and phrases that you actually need in everyday conversations. So this is learning English and growing as a person at the same time.
Exactly, 2 things in one episode. Okay, let's get into it.
Kate, let's start simple. What is the difference between a real friend and a fake friend?
Okay, a real friend, a true friend, is someone who is there for you in the good times and the bad times. They celebrate your success, but they also sit with you when you are struggling. They are honest with you, they keep your secrets, and they make you feel safe.
And a fake friend? Or someone who is not a real friend?
A fake friend is someone who is friendly when it is convenient for them. When things are fun, they are there. When things get serious or difficult, they disappear. They might gossip about you. They might use your secrets against you. Or they might be friendly to your face, but say unkind things about you behind your back.
That's true, behind your back. That is a really useful English phrase. It means talking about you when you are not there, saying things to others that they would never say to your face. And that is one of the clearest signs of a fake friend.
Exactly. And Martin, I think many people watching right now have experienced this. You had someone you trusted, you called them your friend, and then one day you found out they were talking about you, or they were not happy when something good happened to you, and it was shocking and painful.
Yes, I have experienced this myself. Here in Washington, I had a friend, or someone I thought was a friend, for several years. We spent time together, we shared meals. I told him personal things about my life. And then one day, I found out he had been sharing my private information with other people. Not to hurt me, or maybe he didn't think about it, but it still hurt.
That's true. And sometimes people don't even realize they are being a bad friend. They are not deliberately trying to hurt you, but the effect is the same. You feel betrayed. And the word betrayed, it means someone broke your trust. Someone did something that hurt you when you trusted them.
And there are different types of friendships that are not real deep friendships. There are what we call fair weather friends. This is a very common English expression. A fair weather friend is someone who is only your friend when everything is going well, when the weather is good. But when problems come, when the weather gets bad, they're gone.
I love that expression, fair weather friend, and it is so true. Here in Washington, I had a period in my life that was quite difficult, and I noticed something very clearly. The people who stayed close to me during that time, those were my real friends. And some people who I thought were friends, I barely heard from them during that period. They were only there for the fun times.
Difficult times are like a test. They show you who is really there, and they show you who is just there for the good times. And I think we should not be angry about this. We can be sad, but we should also be grateful because now we know. We can see more clearly who our real friends are.
Yes, difficult times are not just hard, they are also revealing. And that word revealing means they show you the truth. They uncover what was hidden. And sometimes the truth about a friendship is hard to accept. But it is better to know.
There is also something I want to mention, one-sided friendships. A one-sided friendship is when one person gives a lot and the other person takes a lot. One person always calls first. One person always makes the plans. One person always listens, but when they need something, the other person is never available. Does this sound familiar?
Yes, very familiar. And one-sided friendships are exhausting because you put in all the energy, all the care, and you feel empty at the end. A real friendship should feel like a two-way street. Both people give, both people take, both people care.
A two-way street, another great English expression. It means something that goes both ways. Both people are involved equally. And real friendship is definitely a two-way street.
And I also want to talk about the friend who is happy when you fail. This is a really painful thing to recognize, but sometimes you have a person in your life who, when something bad happens to you, they seem almost happy about it. Or when something good happens to you, instead of celebrating with you, they feel jealous, they compete with you.
That's so true. Yes, there is actually a word for that uncomfortable feeling when someone is happy about your misfortune. But in English, we often say, they were not happy for me, or they were jealous. A true friend is genuinely happy when you succeed. They cheer for you, they celebrate with you, they are your biggest supporter.
Your biggest supporter. I love that. A real friend is someone who claps for you even when their own hands are tired. That is a beautiful image. Someone who supports you even when their own life is not easy.
That's true. And so what do you do when you realize someone is not a real friend? This is the hard part. Do you cut them off completely? Do you distance yourself slowly? Do you talk to them about it?
It depends on the situation. Sometimes you can have an honest conversation. You can say, I feel like our friendship is one-sided. I feel like you are not there for me. And sometimes that conversation changes things. Sometimes the other person does not even realize how they've been behaving, and they genuinely want to do better.
And sometimes the conversation changes nothing, and then you have to make a decision. You can distance yourself. You can spend less time with that person. You can keep things light and not share personal things with them anymore. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to make a big drama. You just quietly move that person to a different part of your life.
I like that phrase, move them to a different part of your life. You are not deleting them. You are not being cruel. You are simply being wise about how much of yourself you share with them and how much energy you invest in the relationship.
And you know, it is okay to have fewer friends. Quality over quantity. I would rather have 2 or 3 real, deep, loyal friends than 20 people who barely know me. Real friendship is rare, and when you find it, protect it, nurture it, value it.
Quality over quantity. That is wisdom. And here in Washington, people talk about this all the time. Especially as you get older, your circle gets smaller, but the connections get deeper. And that's actually a sign of growing up and growing wiser.
Okay, let's get practical. Tips for recognizing real friends and protecting yourself from fake ones. Kate, tip 1.
Tip 1. Watch what they do, not just what they say. A fake friend might say all the right things. I am always here for you. You can always count on me. But do their actions match their words? Do they show up when you need them? Do they follow through on what they promise? Actions tell the real story.
Tip 2. Notice how they react to your good news. This is a powerful test. When something wonderful happens to you, tell your friend and watch their reaction. A real friend's eyes light up. They hug you. They say, "I'm so happy for you," and you can feel that they mean it. A fake friend might smile, but it doesn't reach their eyes. Or they quickly change the subject, or they immediately talk about themselves.
Tip 3. Notice how you feel after spending time with them. This one is very simple, but very powerful. After you spend time with a real friend, you feel energized, you feel happy, you feel seen and understood. After you spend time with a fake friend, you often feel tired or empty or a little sad without knowing exactly why. Your feelings are data. Trust them.
Tip 4. Be careful about what you share and when. You don't have to tell everyone everything right away. True friendship builds slowly. Share a little, see how it's received. If they keep it private and treat it with care, you can share more. If they pass it on to others or use it carelessly, you know to be more careful with this person.
And tip 5, be the kind of friend you want to have. This is perhaps the most important one of all. If you want loyal friends, be loyal. If you want honest friends, be honest. If you want friends who show up for you, show up for them. The energy you put out into friendships often comes back to you.
Practice time. Today we have 2 kinds of practice. First, useful English expressions about friendship. And second, phrases you can actually use in real conversations about friendships. Say them all out loud. Ready?
Say each one clearly. Feel the meaning behind the words. And think, when could I use this in a real conversation? Let's go.
English expressions about friendship. A fair weather friend. Someone only there in good times. A two-way street. Something that goes both ways equally. Behind your back. Talking about someone when they are not there. To show up. To be there for someone when they need you. Quality over quantity. Fewer but better relationships. To drift apart. To slowly stop being close to someone over time.
Real conversation phrases about friendships. I feel like our friendship is a bit one-sided lately. I need friends who show up when things get hard. I think we have been drifting apart recently. I value honesty in a friendship more than anything. I am grateful for the friends who were there during that difficult time. I prefer to have a few close friends rather than many casual ones.
Phrases for recognizing and setting limits. I have decided to spend less time with people who drain my energy. True friends celebrate with you, not compete with you. I'm learning to trust slowly and protect my peace.
Did you say all of those out loud? Some of those phrases are quite emotional, and that is okay. The most powerful English conversations happen when you can talk about real feelings clearly. Take these phrases and use them. Maybe in a journal entry, maybe in a conversation with someone you trust, maybe just said to yourself.
That's true. And notice the expression, protect my peace. That has become a very popular phrase in English. It means I choose to remove things and people from my life that disturb my inner peace, my calm, my well-being. It is a powerful and modern English expression.
Question of the day. And today's question is a really thoughtful one. I hope you will take a moment and really think about it before you answer. What is the most important quality you look for in a true friend? And has there ever been a time when you discovered someone was not the friend you thought they were? Tell us in the comments below. Write in English. Even 2 or 3 sentences is wonderful practice.
For example, you might write, the most important quality for me is loyalty. A friend who keeps my secrets and stands by me. Or you can share a short experience. Write in English. It does not have to be perfect. We love reading every comment and we will be there responding.
And remember, when you write your answer in the comments in English, you are practicing real English, emotional, meaningful, personal English. That is the best kind of practice there is.
Okay, everyone, let's bring today together. We talked about something very real today. Not every friend is really your friend. And recognizing this, while it can be painful, is also one of the most important things you can do for yourself.
Watch actions, not words. Notice how you feel after time with someone. Share slowly and see how your trust is treated. Value quality over quantity. And always, be the kind of friend you wish you had.
And you also learned some beautiful English today. Fair weather friend. A two-way street. Behind your back. Protect your peace. Quality over quantity. These are words and phrases that belong in real life, not just in a textbook.
Here in Washington, we always say, be selective with your trust, generous with your kindness, and honest about what you need. That is the foundation of every good friendship, and every good conversation in English, too.
If today's episode meant something to you, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend who you think would appreciate this conversation. And subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
Thank you so much for being here today. You are learning English and you are also thinking deeply about life. That combination is powerful. We are always cheering for you.
Goodbye, everyone. Go and appreciate your real friends today, and see you in the next episode. You've got this.
Bye-bye. Take care of yourself and take care of the friendships that truly matter. See you very soon.